parents need to check in with their own behaviors. Are they bullying their kid, and is their kid really a bully?
Is bullying the epidemic the media makes it out to be?
It's not an epidemic. It's been around for years and years and years. What has changed is the way that we're much more aware of it. And unfortunately, the number of kids who've been picked on and bullied have taken their own lives. It's kind of get thrown into bullying, and so it's often referred to as bullycide. And suicide and bullying really are two very different things.
Right.
But because that sells newspapers and it sells media, it seems to play more so. But it's been around for a very long time, and usually it's based on two extremes. And ever since April of 1999, with the Columbine massacre, we've kind of raised our awareness in terms of what bullying's all about. And once the victims decided to stand up and say, either you do something, if you don't, we're going to do something about it, we decided that maybe we should intervene as adults and not let kids carry weapons around anymore.
I think the internet has made it far more complicated. Yes, it used to always happen in the schoolyard, but now it's happening in the World Wide Web in front of millions, and it's very hard to control it.
The technology has allowed it to go underground, not noticed a lot by parents, not dealt with the school because home is not school.
I mean, what percentage of kids in a playground are actually being bullied? Like, what would you say?
Well, in terms of being targeted, the numbers work in terms of nationally. 85% for the most part we call bystanders. All right. 10% are usually the ones who are targeted. 5% are usually the ones who are identified as the primary bullying and bullying behavior.
So what do we need to do as parents?
Well, part of it is an education. Is most people don't know what it really means, the definition of bullying. There's a lot of different definitions out there. A kid comes home, they weren't treated nice, my parent complains, my kid's being bullied. Or they're on the soccer field and kids aren't being nice. Bullying basically bullying is an imbalance of power. It's repeated over the course of time, and it's aggressive in nature. And that sense of bullying, that's always in school. It can also be done at home between siblings.
Oh, yeah.
Or parents.
You know, parents
Or parents
being a parent bully.
You know, just for the record, I don't want to underestimate how horrible bullying is. It is very serious, as we've spoken about. But there's also the other side of this, that we've become very sensitive to bullying, which is an excellent thing, and I support more of it. But there is also normal assertion that occurs when children are younger and trying to figure out who they are and learning about power relationships and expressing yourselves. And I think it's really important in those cases for parents not to get so involved.
But that's the education piece that I think we were talking about.
And there is that sense of boundary, and part of it is helping kids understand how to stand up for themselves and advocate. The other big piece is helping bystanders become upstanders. And that is something I think it happens far too often in terms of being adults. We just stand by and watch things happen. How do you stand up? They know right from wrong, especially kids in middle school and high school. You know, what's it going to take for you to stand up, that 85%?
When it comes to the bully, what is it that we as parents could actually do to help that child? What could we do to prevent that child from becoming a bully?
It's really a cry out for some attention and to be noticed and to feel like you have power, because it means that you're feeling somewhat powerless and really crappy about yourself if you need to be intimidating someone else. So it would really be a sign to a parent to slow down and check in.
That child who's the bully has been wounded in some way, shape, form, and that is key. And parents need to be alerted to that, whether it's through the school or not. And also parents need to check in with their own behaviors. Are they bullying their kid, and is their kid really a bully?
Well, I think that's the really important piece, because as a parent, we all, you know, I want to think that my kids are great, and I believe my kids are great kids, but my children's behavior is not necessarily a reflection of me. But if somebody comes and says, your child has done this inappropriate thing, there's almost a natural circle the wagons defense system about, oh, that can't possibly be my child. Somebody misunderstood, as opposed to being able to take a step back and being as objective as any parent can be about their child and really say, okay, what part of this is accurate, and then how do I help direct my child in a very different way? But I've got to get past my own, oh my gosh, that's not my baby.
The other thing is the importance to partner with the schools, the school systems, and that bullying is not just a school issue, it is a community issue. And to make sure that everybody involved in the community, schools, churches, and organizations are all part of the learning process.
Yeah, and to underscore the importance of listening. I think at the end of the day, like what everybody has said, is that, you know, it's important as a parent and as someone involved to listen, to pay attention, to hear what's going on around you, to ask questions, not assume, you know, that, you know, from a defensive place. And I think that, you know, being a part of the solution is really about, you know, listening to what's going on.